today's video, I'm going to show you how I made this journal. I won't go into too much detail now because you can watch the video. There's lots of hidden pockets and secrets in here. Mysterious ladies with stories to tell. So do watch, and I'll talk you through my whole process and then we can have a flip through at the end. I'm in the mood for layering. Made a start, got some nice papers and started tearing them up, which was a little difficult because it was really nice, but I've got this idea of doing something a bit different, so let's see where we go. So I use this Fabri-Tac glue. It's actually a fabric glue, but it works really well on paper. I saw it on, God knows, somebody's YouTube video. Somebody find me a glue that comes out properly, or tell me what I'm doing wrong. Put the lid on. Just gums up the whole time. I'm already liking this. Oh yes, layers, 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 layers. Now, I want a bit more to show through, so maybe we'll tear a chunk out of her here. I want this to feel like layers of wallpaper peeling back, peeling off. Now let's look at the inside. I've got these envelopes that I'd made earlier. I think I'll show you how to make another one in a minute. So I've already made these and you can see they slot inside. So now I'm just starting to build up the pages as in keeping with the layers theme. So I'm just trying different bits of paper, doing a bit of stamping. That paper there is some tea and coffee dyed paper that I'd made. And as you can see, I did the stamping and then realised I was going to cover it up. But yeah, who cares? It's all experimenting. Now I'm starting to feel a little bit happier with how this is looking. And of course, you need to do a bit of inking. And really, it's just a matter now of experimenting. Just keep trying different bits, seeing how it goes. Now I want these envelopes to tie in better with what I've been creating. So I'm bringing over some of this lovely purpley coloured ink. I forget what it's called. And just starting to tie everything in together. I do some more stamping here, which you don't get to see either. But in fact, look, I've even turned the paper over. you may have gathered I'm recording this voiceover after the fact. Right, now we're trying to figure out how it's all going to fit together. So we've got some, do I want to keep the envelope as envelope, or am I going to stick it in? So I'm busily just trying out, experimenting, different methods, different ways of looking at it. It's really weird recording the voiceover after the fact. But I wanted to speed this part up because it was a bit long. And the video would have been going on forever, because this book took me hours to make. So I thought, oh, I'll come back and re-record whatever it was I said, which was just rambling, basically. And as you can see, I found some more pretty paper. I got most of this paper from Temu, and it's really lovely. Look at the layering just on the paper. You've got text beneath there, and you've got some lovely ferns, some brackens and things. So I'm starting to get happier with it, and now it's time to stick on the old envelope. But that white looks awful, and I want to make sure that there's no white peeking out anywhere. So I'm just keeping on going, building up layer after layer. Now a bit more to blend in that side of the envelope. Give it a bit of aging. As you can see, it's non-stop. Try this way, try that way. And yes, it's glued in. Yay! Look at that speedy rubbing there. Look at that. There we go. It's all glued in now. Brilliant. Can I draw a breath now? Can I? Just have to remember how to make the envelopes now. And what I've learnt with key is to get the inking done before you start the folding. So let's get inking. And then on this side, I don't really want all white, so I'm going to do some stamping. I'll just ink the edges first. Worry about being too accurate on this stamp because it's just a texture. Just gonna get rid of a bit more of the white. Give it a bit of shabbiness all over, really. To look nice and old. And the invisible bit of plastic for that. I'll clean that in a minute. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to fold this in half into a triangle. Okay. Now we've got more creases. I'm going to ink those as well. Okay, then we get each corner, bring it into the middle. Then we're going to fold it in half. Okay. This way. And then we have pockets. So I'm going to do is glue down here and here, which will mean there's a pocket in there. And then you've got tuck spots as well. So this and this from a pack I got from Temu, and here's the rest of it. It's lovely, isn't it? Look at this. Now I'm just trying to figure out what piece would go on there. I like this lady, but she's looking, she seems to be looking that way. She seems to be looking in. If I put, because I want her to go here, you see, and if she's looking up, she's looking away. I want her to looking in, so she's no good. She's a bit small. She's too big. This could be the one. Just trying to imagine. Yeah, she's the winner so far. Let's have a look what else is in here. This is a different pack now. Yeah. Oh, look at the wolf. I don't know. Oh, look, she's peeking out the corner. She's quite cool. Oh, yes. Okay, yes. This is the one. Okay. Oh, I hear you say, don't tear that beautiful piece of paper. There are two pieces in there. It's just quite thick, which is nice. No, definitely not two pieces. Just very carefully. I want more jewellery showing, so I'll tear down here very carefully. Of course, none of this will be thrown away. It'll go in my little stash of little bits and bobs that I'm collecting today. Okay, now we're talking. Yes. I feel like I want a bit of peacock blue in here as well. So I've got Faded Jeans peacock feathers. So which one? Oh yeah. That ties in quite nicely. There. Here's another bit somewhere. So now I also want to, like I did on the other side, it's quite a lot of different layers here peeking through. So that's one. And then I could put this piece I've torn, which will tie things together. So I might put that in there. See what else I've got. A few words there, quite like that there. That's what I was looking for. This is where I've got lots of interesting things. Yes. that doesn't quite go. Get rid of that. This I love. Let's get me lady back. So she, oh yes, yes. Oh yes. Where's that scrap of that there? Something along those lines. And then there. And I think maybe a little bit of this. Just a little bit. Not that. Potentially that. That is too big. And can't decide. Oh, look what I just found here. Yes, potentially that. Okay, right. Let's get gluey. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue down the middle bit, because I'm probably going to not want all of it, but I won't know until it's really realistically all stuck down. So let's pop the plunger back on. I do find it strange sitting here talking to myself, but I talk to the dog all the time, so hey ho. I also forget to check if actually my hands are on camera. You'll have to bear with me, I'm new to this game. Okay, that will go there. Now I've realised, you can't see much of it, can you? Grunge it, grunge it, grunge it. Oh yes. There. We have, right now I'm happy with all that. Can stick all the rest of this down. Happy, 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 happy. Now, so I'm going to, these are too neat. I'm going to grunge them up. What I'm going to do is this here will stick here. This will be bound in, so it will open like that, something else here, and then some collage here. But what I actually really want is somewhere for people to write, because there's not a lot, although there will be tags for that purpose, but realistically you're going to want to be able to write somewhere. So perhaps I won't do collaging too much, but maybe just create a border. So let's have a look at this. Let's make a then so we keep the layered theme that like that. It's going to be doing all its thing that I talked about earlier. If that's glued down, then maybe I should stick some paper over the top. Yes, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I am going to, so that's going to glue in. I'll put some paper over the top. So I'm going to do that now. To actually have a plan for another journal that actually has a plan. I know what I'm going to be doing rather than just a vague idea. It's good to do both methods of creation. The intuitive, figure it out as you go along, and then the more planned one. I'm waiting for supplies to come for that one. Okay, so let me find some tea dye paper. That goes quite nicely with that effect there, actually, as opposed to these. Can you write on it? Yes, you could write on that. It's a little lumpy. I'm not sure how I made this now to make it so textured. So as much as I love that, the purpose of it being there so you can write on it, which you cannot really write on that. Instead, we'll use this piece here. Look at that. Okay, so oh, I forgot about that bit. That was supposed to go on the front, wasn't it? We can maybe come back to that later. That was all. Oh yes, it's all coming together lovely. Look at that now. That's going to be there, and then there's something else there. Okay, good. Time to glue this down. And what I might do is cut a notch there. Gives us a pocket. Oh yes, it does. This is a quick way of finding your middle. And if you've never used one of these, this gives you the halfway mark. But I've never quite figured out how to centre it, so I'm just eyeballing it. Oh, and I slipped when I cut it. Botheration. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So we're going to have that on there. So that means we need something underneath which will perfect there. So we'll glue that on there. Now, when you're working with something as flimsy as this paper is, and you're going to have a thing, you know, you want to be able to get in there without damaging it, what I do is I'll put a reinforcement thing behind here. So I just need a bit of cardboard. So I've got this card, and then I cut out same size. We'll just cut out. So that's going to go on the other side. It's just a protection, really. It doesn't quite fit perfectly. What you can do is stick it on and then come back in with the scissors on. It's good enough, right? So we're going to glue that on. That is going to, so now when we put that on and you tuck in, you're not going to rip it. Okay, then I've got this. Make sure I'm not gluing anything. Just got a little edge there. I still want this on the front, probably not. Would it go on here? Yes, it looks nice there. Look at that. And I'll have to try and stop now, because otherwise I'll be tempted to cover the whole thing and there'll be no space for it. So tag's going to go in there. Yay! And then I'll probably, so that's going to band. I'll do something similar over here, I think. Lovely rusty bit. Good. Good, good, good. Now it did occur to me there was an easier way to do this, get this pockety business with the protective cardboard than I did last time, which is of course is to cut it at the same time. So we will do the same trick as last time, and we will find the center, find my glasses, which I'm always losing. Okay. Okay, so now that's better. Okay. I'm going to switch the video off and do all this gluing business, and then I shall come back. Also, I have decided that I might not put this one in after all. We'll see. But, so let's have a look at where we've got to. I've stuck that in, so now we can put the tags in there. And then I'm doing a similar approach to what I did on this side. A little bit more balanced here. And I think maybe some this will go on there like so.